You're good to go.
Competitive. Race. Platinum. Class. Live from Bahrain. Arab money. Beautiful.
Well, that was a stirring rendition of the Bahrainian national anthem. What's up, everyone? It's Kitten Petter coming to you live from the desert and my mom's basement. I'm here once again with everyone's favorite Quebecois, none other than XP.
Hello, guys. Hello, guys. I helped Kitten move the basement into the sand dune right here in Bahrain.
Yep, technology is crazy. Right now we have Psycho and Hotbread separated only by, well, speak the devil, Psycho just shaved a 10th off of his time, but only about less than a 10th between these guys.
Yeah, it's still in the 126. He's the first one to dip down in the 126 with super softs.
Yeah, I mean he threw down a low 127 pretty early on in qualifying, so he might still have a little bit of pace left to give.
We will be seeing yellows, I think, from people that are slowing down or getting out of the way of these hot laps at the moment.
Yeah. There's a threshold. Looks like Hotbread's gonna call it a night. Oh, Be Good. Going P1 with a 126.886. Impressive.
These are good times. Impressive times.
Yeah, although I will say it's not super far off
from yesterday.
Yeah, pretty similar. Bahrain is not a favored track amongst most drivers. I'm not sure why. I usually enjoy it, but who knows? Some guys down in the 128s, I think they're probably going for a one-stop. That worked for XZ last night in his win. I think he overcame everyone with the two-stop.
Nobody's starting on medium, so everybody's going to start on the soft, and the top three so far are starting on the super softs. So it should be, there's a lot of strategies in play here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if he set that time on softs, but if he did, that's pretty impressive. A 127 on softs.
On softs, yeah. Hey, listen, I did a 129 on softs yesterday.
Ugh. See if anybody can top Be Good up there. Looks like Go-To's calling it a day. I-Roll's calling it a day. Dre Diggy's still on a hot lap. It is quite easy to rack up the old track limit penalties around here.
I'm having issues here, Kitten. I'm gonna have to step out for a couple of minutes.
Okay. So now I guess it's just me and you, the wonderful viewer. GT up the P2 with 126.9. GT, look at that. That might be his best qualifying performance of the season so far. For that, we got a smattering of golden class guys taking a step up, and as I mentioned that, we are gonna go to a cutscene. So yeah, curse of the commentator. I forgot how lonely it is to do this alone. So if you want to run down the order here, we got Be Good in pole position, GT P2, Psycho P3, Hotbread P4, Go to 5 on softs, iRoll in P6, Xander P7, Talon, Kev Berge, Dre Diggy, Sea Freeze, Downtown, and then the Golden Glass guys of Fatal, Airborne, Tico, Jones, and Swarner. Ooh, right in the nick of time. I guess in this moment in time, I could go through some fun facts about Bahrain. Women are allowed to drive, so that's a big shout out to the ladies. Apparently, that's progressive for a lot of Middle Eastern countries. The one thing that I found interesting is that they actually don't require child seats. So you will often see women driving around with babies on their laps, which seems extremely not safe. But then again, Bahrain does have a pretty poor record in human rights. So I guess they're keeping the population down to a minimum. As we pull out on the formation lap, got Be Good, as I've mentioned before, starting in P1. I can't remember him starting on pole this year, but could be wrong. Pretty sure that is GT's best qualifying of the season, though. Really good performance by both Mercedes, with Psycho up into P3. Hotbread with a good performance in P4. It will be pretty interesting, I've got to say, with only 4 cars on Super Softs, just how much of a gap they can pull early on, because the one stop did, like I mentioned earlier, it did win last night. The medium to the soft, favored by the golden class guys here. I wonder if that'll come in handy for some of them looking for a nice points finish this evening.
Sorry about that, guys. I had a little sick camel that we needed to take care of.
Oh man, those camels. Well, you made it right back in the nick of time. I was just trying to fill space with some fun facts about Bahrain. Women just got the permission to drive in Bahrain recently, and they can vote too. So shout out to 1920. Here is the start. Looks like, there we go.
So I just arrived for the race, which is starting now.
It sure is, and we're off. Looks like Be Good gets a pretty good start. Let's see how much GT wants to force the issue here. Ooh, maybe a little bit too much, as he's going to get boxed out by Psycho and his teammate.
But everybody's on track, getting like Nobody exceeded limits. They're all following each other. A nice big train, and so
Ooh.
far so good.
Yeah. So far, so good. I was mentioning during that dead air period that these are the only 4 that actually started on super soft. So it will be interesting to see how they do, how quickly they can pull away. Because the super
So
softs.
you're talking about the top 4 at the moment that are on super softs.
Yep. Yep.
Gotcha. I have a little bit to catch up on. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Only 4-bit on the super softs. Looks like everyone's going to be going for a 1-stop today,
Gotcha.
or at least everyone from 5th place down. So Kev Berge gets Sandermar. Seafree's running a little wide back there. We got a yellow flag in sector 3. I'm not sure what.
Between
Swarner.
Oh my God.
What happened to
We
Swarner?
were supposed. Oh, he looks like his wing is completely destroyed now. What happened? We were supposed to
Oh
jinx
yeah.
him. We didn't even have the time.
They didn't even have the opportunity to jinx him.
Swarner, give us a little bit of breathing room next time to make it happen.
Yeah, that's a really weird place to lose it. I wonder if he must have come into contact with
probably
someone else from the Golden Class.
Swarner, when you get on and listen to the broadcast, please tell us in group what happened, so we could share it with our public here.
Yeah, there are literally tens of people dying to know. Hey, we don't even have any comments yet, so thanks to the people who aren't commenting. Gives me one less thing to focus on.
There's a lot of battles at the moment. What I'm surprised about is that everybody's pretty close to each other, even after 2 or 3 laps. Like there's nobody that's more than 2 or 3 seconds ahead of their next opponent. Pretty much everybody is in a tight battle with whoever's in front of them.
Yeah, we got a real tight one with iRoll,
GTR Lion,
and Go-To
guy. Yeah.
I would say Go-To's probably the odds-on favorite here, as he was the first starter on the softs. That said, iRoll got the jump on him pretty early. Looks like we got Kev Berge going on
the inside
GT.
of GTR.
Uh-oh. Now we got Zandermar in the mix as well.
Still no contact. Everything was every move was done
fair play. Fair play to everyone.
Really impressive.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, and you see, as soon as we say that, Zandermar and the Talon guy are coming together.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened right there. Looks like the camera guys were sleeping. Not sure who's controlling the cameras today. Might be the Bahraini government.
Do you think that people are right by saying that there is the commentator jinx? When you look at somebody or talk about them, something happens?
It is quite the coincidence if it's not a jinx. Yes, I would agree.
I think I just saw Dre Diggy coming out of the pits.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened to him. I think he started on mediums and he's already onto the softs.
Let me see tires. Here we go. Yeah. He already put he just put on soft, so maybe he had damage somewhere and.
Yeah, it is. I think quite a few people had wing damage, including myself. Yesterday. Oh, we got 2 overtakes happening at the same time.
Mr. Psycho and Hot Bread.
And Kev Berge on GT, not to start GT wanted after really good qualifying.
Kitten, do you want to go on board with somebody and a little thing that I've picked up from Austria is going around and naming all the corners that we have here in Bahrain.
Oh, I like that. Let's do that a little bit later with because there are quite a few.
You
tight
decide
ones.
which driver to be on. Okay.
Wow, that's quite an honor. Let's see if we can get some more gaps formed here, because there's still quite a few battles that are within, half a second.
Airborne went sideways at the airplane. Fatal passed him. Airborne, which is driving Red Bull tonight. He moved camps.
Yeah, out in the middle of the desert, moving camps. He's living a nomadic lifestyle. Probably living out of a camel's stomach.
We have a special guest, Kitten. Is it possible to invite Mr. Sensation?
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, can you do that, or do I have to do that?
Let me see if I could do it. Let me see.
We just got a free-for-all back here with Talon, GT, and Xandermar. Ooh! We got shades of Gilles Villeneuve. That power slide from Talon. All right, yeah, I'll invite him. Just a second. I think I can probably do it real quick. Technical difficulties. I apologize. All right, we're good. We're good.
There we go.
Yeah, apologies. We're trying to get Mr. Sensation in here. We got a piece of Swarner's front wing just hanging out at the apex of the final corner. Sensation.
Kitten, while I was away, I noticed that Mr. Psycho closed the gap on Be Good Fever in first place, right?
Maybe a little bit. I gotta say, they're not really doing probably enough to get away from Go-To and the rest of the guys on softs right now. I'm not sure how long the super softs are supposed to last, but you're gonna want more than a 5-second cushion. That said, what's going on, Sensation?
Not much, man, not much. What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Well, you see, we got got a little bit of esports.
Esports, there's something going on in Sector 2. I don't know what it is. I just popped up. I'm looking at the race right now.
Looking at Sector 2.
We just lost. Kevberger just lost it coming through there. Or no, that was Hot Bread. Oh no.
No. Yeah.
Oh, Hot Bread.
That's Hot Bread.
Oh man.
Is that going up that hill?
Place, no?
Now, if you clip just a little bit of that inside curb this year, it'll send you spinning. Especially
I think
after.
he was in third place. So
yeah,
he lost
he was.
Mr. Downtown lost it as well. Same spot.
Yeah. Ooh, he's on mediums too. You don't want to do that.
Hot Bread is going in, so I'm not sure if he has damage.
No, his tires are going to be completely cooked.
Figure I'd hop in here real quick with you guys. I'm gonna be with you guys next week to do the Mexico race.
Mexico, you're coming, man. That's good. That's good.
Yes. I'm gonna do the Mexico race with you guys.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'll have to bring a couple of wrestling masks and a lot of salsa.
Yes, I wanna make sure you have one of my favorite funny characters, Super Porky.
Good. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's gonna be there. I hope so. Well, you have to bring him.
VIP.
Well, you know, I don't know him. If you know him, bring him.
Yes, I'm pretty familiar with the Mexican wrestling. Yes.
Perfect. Listen, the only thing I know about Mexico is I've watched Coco with my daughter, and it was a good movie. That's pretty much my. I haven't looked up anything on Mexico yet, so.
I can't remember the Formula One movie. Well, I can't say he was going to go to Formula One. I believe he was a Mexican driver. Gosh, he was about to
Rodriguez,
get
the one.
Was his name?
No, but because the Mexico Formula One track is called Rodriguez Autodrome or something like that.
Right, and I'm trying to think if it was him, but he had a nickname. I don't know if it was like
Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez.
G.
Oh boy, Dr. Diggy just
Oh, he DNF'd.
DNF'd, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
somebody's sliding. Oh, Mr. Downtown.
Yes, Mr. Downtown.
Oh.
Oh,
Downtown's
man.
having some real problems on those mediums right now. He's gonna have to make.
They're all losing it on that section, most of them, which is turn 5, 6, and 7 before the big hairpin and the second straight.
I say it's the rear end.
Yeah,
if you don't have the rear end stable, there it goes.
I think. I mean, if he slid through there earlier, I mean, his tires are probably shot right now.
He's on mediums also, huh? He's on the hardest compound.
Yeah, so he has to make it work.
Right.
I mean, the softs.
He started with these tires.
The softs aren't going to last very long. At least not till the end of the race.
Okay.
And
Italian's teeth moved up.
it's Xandermar. Xandermar.
The usual suspects are always there, huh? Go-to guy is still first. R11 is following behind. He's pretty close actually to Go-to guy, and they're on the same strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it will be interesting. I'm not sure.
You should go to R11 at the moment if you're not already on him.
I sure am.
He's got DRS on Go-to guy here. He lost a lot of time.
A little bit of wheel spin coming out of there.
Mr. Sensation, is your camel parked outside?
Actually, I didn't have a camel. I was in the dune buggy, so I was pretty good. Yeah.
Did you know the oil is cheaper than water in Bahrain?
Yes, here.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I have a little bit of sand in my mouth there. If you had to pick between how do you say bumped? Oh, wait a minute. I-roll's gonna pass.
Yeah.
Go-to guy.
I see it.
On the first corner here. What I was gonna say before is, would you go with one hump or two humps?
I'm going with the one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
two's a little excessive. I think.
Oh, we got a little 10th place battle here with my man Downtown, who just went wide. And
oh my God!
Oh, Psycho saying has jumped. Be good.
Yeah. Mr.
Psycho has
Downtown
jumped.
is
I'm focused. We got a three-way battle for P3 right now. So keep your eye on that one for me.
Exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking at the midfield here.
You're looking
I like
at
Mr.
Psycho,
Downtown.
Be Good, Mr. Downtown. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Go-To, Xandermar, Kev Berge, Talon Guy, all pretty close to one another here.
Oh, yeah. Kev Berge and Sandemar for third place. Kev Berge is on the outside.
Yeah.
Wow.
I misspoke. These Saubers are a bit confusing. Never know which one's which.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Kev Berge was about to go for a ballsy move. What did he do?
I-roll is not pulling away from Go-To Guy, and now Go-To Guy is gonna have the DRS on the main straight just like I will did last lap. So we might have deja vu roles reversed.
Tico, he just went down a place.
Tico had an amazing battle last night with Airborne.
Yeah, how about that?
I was in the same chat channel as Airborne since it's a protocol with the Williams team that we eat together, or we shower together, and we race in the same channel together. So it's nice. A really tight family at Williams. So yeah, he was telling me that non-stop during the race, Tico and him at least changed places 30 times.
Oh wow. I noticed that Hot Bread is putting up some fast laps here. That's back-to-back fast lap for him.
Yeah, he's probably driving angry right now because he qualified P4 and he spun out a little bit. So I know that feeling. It's probably just throwing it down right now. Be Good and Psycho saying this is for probably the de facto lead. Next time that we shuffle in the pit stops, which should be any time now.
On the softs, I think I made the softs last more than 13 laps. So as I say that, go-to guy is going in.
Is he? Trying to get the undercut. I don't blame him.
It should be interesting to see how iRoll responds. All the top four except iRoll just pitted, so go-to guy, Kevin Bergy, Seafreeze, all pitted.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like, ooh, look at Jones up there in P2, not bad. Not bad, doing Golden Class proud.
On the mediums, he's gonna have to stay out there for another
7 laps.
Another 7 laps, yeah.
I'm really intrigued here by this Be Good and Psycho battle.
Where are they on track at the moment? They're heading to the back straight, right?
Yeah, they're Psycho's 2 seconds behind Jones for
let's
P2.
go on pick a driver and let's go on board with them so I talk to you about these corners.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Pick a guy.
Let's go with iRoll's pitting. So let's go with Jones.
There we go.
Once we
let's get on the main street.
Yeah. Once we get on this main street, I didn't even know there were corner names in Bahrain, to be honest.
Well, the locals here named this corner. Fun fact: they call it corner number 1, followed by corner number 2 and 3.
Tricky.
This is named after a famous king. Corner number 4.
Do you know which king?
You see the pattern. He was number 4, 5 and 6, heading into 7. So you were right, Kitten. There are no names to any of the corners in Bahrain, which I find strange. I thought every track corner names were standard, but I guess only for the old heritage tracks.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I mean Bahrain, not exactly steeped in a motor racing tradition. Perhaps camel racing tradition, but not motor racing.
The first race was in the 2000s, 2004, 2005.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Something like that, but it was a different layout.
Yeah, they changed that in I think 2011.
Yeah, it's a different layout. If you play Formula 1 2010, it's different from what you would play now.
Yeah,
what are we talking about? We're talking about 2 or 3 corners that
they
changed.
Pretty much changed the entire second sector, I believe, and then they changed it. again. I'm pretty sure they've changed it twice. I think they did a layout in 2011, and then they changed it to the current setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little bit longer.
I just find it funny how
Yeah, I believe the
much
left
money,
used to be in like the 40s.
how much money these guys must have to be able from one year to another just to go, you know what? I didn't like this curve. Let's put some sand here and let's move this curve there. You know, like you can't do this in Monaco. You can't do this.
Oh God!
Well, it was
kept Bergie in hot for two. Oh, fatal!
Oh boy, yeah,
it's like
Fatal went
lost.
Down.
Oh, he's calling it a day. It's tough for fatal. I've been making progress. Mr. Downtown
is really behind GTR line for that's 9th place at the moment, and ahead of them, Zandamar and Talon guy are pretty close to each other. Mr. Downtown is stable in 6th place at the moment, trying to catch up on iRoll QC. So Jones is pitting.
So let me get this straight. The medium compound is the longer stint?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the slower tire, but the hardest and the one that lasts the longest.
Okay.
We got Sea Freeze. Kev Brady gets past GT, and looks like Sea Freeze on hot bread as well. So for McLaren in their home race here in Bahrain, you win some and you lose some, I suppose. So now we've got Sea Freeze and Hot Bread engaged in a wheel-to-wheel battle. Ferrari and McLaren haven't seen this in about 8 years.
Talon is catching up to my guy, Mr. Downtown. He doesn't have the DRS. Oh, he lost the back end.
Yeah, he's been sliding all over the place.
Yeah, it's that loose setup.
Yeah, probably a time trial setup. Oh, we got GT and Kev Berge. I don't even know which one to. I mean, they're all changing at the same time.
Yeah,
too wide through here. This is.
The GTR line is in a good position now. He's got two straights to tuck right behind him, and then get DRS on the main street.
That is correct. It looks like
there we go.
Let's ride along, see if he can catch it. Oh yeah.
GTR line is making the move on the outside, and Kev is defending the inside. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Ooh, Kev is on mediums. I didn't even realize that. Looks like Kev's trying to go with the.
Oh, we got a spin. We got a spin. Talon and my guy, Mr. Downtown.
Was it between Sea Freeze or what?
No, it was between Talon. Talon.
Yeah,
Talon.
Just caught that.
He was up. Yeah, he was up on him. And it was right after that second and third. Right after that second and third corner.
Gotcha.
Yep. With a wheel banging. And just banged to the left.
He's limping at
a
the
little
moment.
too much.
Does he have
banging.
damage?
Something like that. Man, come on, Mr. Downtown. I want you to get up there in the points.
Well, he's passing. Is he passing Sea Freeze? No, he just passed Allen guy at the moment.
Yeah.
Hot Bread and Sea Freeze are both going for it. Okay, I'm currently checking. Swarner submitted some footage. Show us what happened. Looks like Leandre locked him up going into that quick right-hander. Spun right in front of him, and Swarner got into him.
downtown into the pits.
Yeah.
Yeah, things aren't going downtown's way. He has been on those mediums for 16 laps, though, to be fair.
I think Hotbread is gonna repass Seafreeze, or is it gonna be able to keep it?
What the hell did I just see? Or what the hell did I just miss?
What's that?
Is there a glitch that where I'm just looking at Mr. Downtown, he pitted, and he had to like kind of wait, but the crew never came out, and then he goes through the box, and then the softs are put on, but there's no pit crew that came out to put them on, and then he goes back out.
I've seen crazy stuff in Bahrain, Sensation. It could be a game video glitch.
Right. That was weird. I mean, he changed the tires, but it just was not expecting that. Okay.
Or maybe it was maybe did he have a penalty?
No, it had him like, oh man, he's going wide, man. I think he might just give this one up. You know when if both the team, yeah, he's done. He retired.
He retired.
Yeah. You know when you have your two teammates, and one teammate goes in the pits before you do, you kind of have to wait.
Yes,
it was like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like that, but there was no teammate.
Yeah, maybe a visual glitch.
Yeah. Come on, Codemasters, let's fix that.
It's only been out for about 3 months, so sure they'll be getting right on it.
Guys, don't start getting me in a rant about the video game industry and how they rush products out. Don't make me start. Don't make me start.
Gamergate. So we got Go-To on Be Good for P2. Be Good softs are probably about at their limit. But yeah, this does not bode well for the guys who started on super softs, because Go-To's only a little over 5 seconds behind Psycho Sane in first place, who is on the two-stop strategy.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, and these are simply fun facts about the circuit, is when they actually built it in the first race, they had to spray glue on the side of the track for the sand not to be whipped into the air and shoved back on the track.
I have always wondered why, like, because apparently there's like a lot of sandstorms and stuff in Bahrain, because it's an island country in the middle of two seas. That's where Bahrain comes from. That's Arabic for between two seas. And its highest point is only 136 meters. So you can imagine the wind whipping across pretty much entirely desert. And what that can do. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but 45 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit is pretty damn hot, right?
Should be, yes.
Sounds hot.
Yes.
Listen, me 35 here in where I live in Montreal is pretty damn hot. So I imagine 45 and 50 degrees in the sand. You're not there barefoot.
No, they probably have to be pushing about 110, 120.
Wow.
I would think, because it was a daytime race that became. That's what it was. Going back to the track when it was in 2010, it used to be in the day, and that was the old setup until they had changed it the following year, like Kenton Petter said, which is the version that we know now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know how familiar you are with the old Formula One games there, XP, but
I've been playing since F1 2006 championship.
Okay. Scott Speed edition.
Oh, my man, Scott Speed. Okay. Well, I'm a That's my dog. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna go a little further back. We're going back to '95
Oh gosh.
PS1.
Yeah, you're going really, yeah.
Yeah. So right after the death of Senna, Adelaide, Australia, there was the last track of the season, and there was, I think, in Sector 2, there was like these. It was like a. I don't want to call it a sand trap, but it kind of felt like it because it slowed your car down if you knew where it was at, and it was kind of like somewhat on a high-speed straightaway. And it kind of reminds me of this here, but without the without it being in a straight line. You know, like you said, you got the dust, sand coming over the track, and it's using grip and stuff like that.
Mr. Sensation, there in Australia, was it a sand trap like a gravel trap like we know it?
Kind of like a gravel trap, but it was just enough to slow you down if you didn't know where to put the car.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like 2 long strips of it, and you just had to remember to, you know, just stay away, stay in the sides, but it's kind of hard.
Purposely left it there to make sure to be of a nuisance if you exceeded the track limits, in other words.
Could be, because you could do it, and it's a very high-speed sector of that track. So, which I missed that track. It was pretty tough.
Adelaide.
Never raced it.
Adelaide. That is
I heard
where
about it,
Mika Hakkinen almost died.
For real?
Yeah. I think it was his rookie year. 93.
I don't remember watching too many races back in the day.
I think so. I think he's right. Yeah, because it was considered games of back then. It was considered like 96, but it'd be the 95 season.
Yeah.
So the battle of Hill and Shuney going at it.
I want to say that I had my first F1 game was before I ever watched F1. It was for the PlayStation 1. It might have been 99.
Oh yes.
I think Alex Zanardi was on the cover of it. And a Williams.
Wow.
I'm not entirely sure.
Mr. Cycle is trying to make a move on Seafreeze for 5th place.
Yeah.
That's the closest battle that we have there.
Yeah,
I've also Talonga.
Look at
that, the 2 Ferraris making a show, giving us a show tonight.
Yeah, and Seafreeze is struggling. I know he got the new Fantech wheel, as we see the billboard sign in the background. He said he got his gloves were given to him by Jackie Stewart. So, yeah.
When you drink, never drive. Heineken.
Thank God it's the gloves and not the pants.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, either one was probably worth at least like $100 on eBay.
His gloves or the pants?
Both.
Oh.
Why not?
I'm impressed.
Own a piece of history.
Yeah. I'm impressed that you bought a F1 racing game without actually.
Full disclosure, I didn't buy it. I was like 4 years old, but I was into racing games at a very young age. Really, from the time that I got a PlayStation. I think Christmas when I was 3, which probably wasn't smart. But now I've developed into this mature e-athlete, so. Thanks, Mom.
Okay. We have Talonga and Jones here, 7 and 8. Swapping places here. And Talonga is gonna stay ahead, or will be able to make it stick.
Jones has the tire advantage.
Yeah,
that is 8. That is 8 laps on the softs, though. That is wow. That is quite a distance. I think mine gave up at about 13.
Okay.
Last night. Left
I think
rear.
Talonga is gonna make a move. He's gonna get DRS.
Yeah,
So how many laps did you say with your tires, son?
I think 13. 13 or 14.
Okay.
It's Sector 3, something's going on.
Oh,
Zandermar.
Yeah. Wow.
See if we can spot what happened to Zandermar.
It probably happened in corner 12 or 13.
Yeah, that's couldn't see his car, but it would appear that it was through there. Which I told him last night that I didn't think that that his time trial setup was gonna be super viable for the race.
Why? He was doing 126 on the time trial. Like,
Yeah,
really
yeah, I did it
126.
with a full fuel load, and yeah, after about 3 or 4 laps, the rear end became really unpredictable through there.
Gotcha.
But that's just pure speculation. I'm not sure if he's on his wheel or not.
It's all about the handling.
How many DNFs? We have 5 DNFs so far tonight.
And I got Warner, Dre Diggy, Fatal downtown, and Zandermar. Unfortunately, they will be detained in Bahrain for putting on a poor show. And quite frankly, I don't know when we'll see them next.
This just in. This is inside information. Only us 3 in the channel know this so far. But I think Swarmer insulted the royal family, and that is a big no-no. I think you will get 269 whippings.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's a lot. In a constitutional monarchy such as Bahrain's, it is totally common for instead of just jail, typical public humiliation. So let me tell you what, I'm going to grab a bag of popcorn. I'm going to give front row seats to that public whipping on Swarner, because I want to know that somebody's there that cares about him.
And we got eye rolling, Mr. Psycho saying.
While you're eating that popcorn, Kitten, make sure you're not wearing anything too revealing, yeah?
Oh, I was going to wear a bikini.
It's not allowed. No, don't do that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll definitely. I had my Borat one-piece bathing suit. I had that in the luggage, but I guess I'll just save that for the flight home.
Keep it in the luggage. But like Sensation was saying, Kev Berge and Mr. Psycho for 3rd place. Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting him confused with eye roll, but it was actually Kev Berge and Psycho saying it was going at it.
Yeah, Psycho should pull away. I think that's just going to be too much of a gap to.
Oh yeah, it's true. I didn't notice. It's 13 laps on mediums and 4 laps on super soft.
Yeah, these super soft should get him kind of close in a few laps. But I mean, as you can see, he's already pretty much tanked his ERS.
As long as they keep battling, you got C3s and Talon, they're right behind each other, so they might replace those two. With 3 laps to go.
Yeah. It's just downtown. I was wondering who was doing that aggressive blocking maneuver down there.
Airborne was letting them pass. I'm really seriously. So far, we're missing Sean tonight, which I find is a really good driver. But Goto guy is like a clock, man. TikTok, he's always up there. I've never seen him do a mistake. I've never seen him do a mistake. Are we sure he's not a robot?
It is completely possible. I've never heard him talk. I've never heard him. Do anything human-like, so he could be some sort of Jeff Bezos side project, for all we know.
Really impressive stuff for this guy.
I think he's had one race all year where he didn't finish on a podium, and I think he finished 4th. So
let me ask you guys this question. Is the constructors already wrapped up here in the Thursday
I
class?
think so.
Yeah. Go-To and Xander wrapped it up for Sauber last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So the
They've been
champ's wrapped up.
consistent. Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Ooh,
They've been so consistent this year to get those points, and you know, just Godu guy himself always finishing in the top 3 or 4. You're getting 18, 25 points a shot for sure. So yeah, the good job.
Okay.
Good job for Sauber and good job for Godu guy for, I have to say, dominating.
I mean, he has dominated the season. I think.
Yeah.
I think next year we'll be closer, but it has been some dominating performances for the championship in both classes. I think it's fair to say this season.
It's going to be good for the league. It's going to be good for us. Imagine commentating the top 6 being so close together next year. If it happens, it's going to be pretty impressive. I'm going to be happy.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I think probably the top 6 in Golden Class deserves to move up. And I'm not just saying that because I'm 7th in the championship.
Oh really?
but yeah, I would say that you know, whoever wants to move up can definitely move up. It is be my guest because I would like to get a podium at some point.
Yeah, you raced pretty good last night when I watched you guys race, and I was like, oh, okay, all right.
No, I had a decent podium.
We have
Decent,
to convince you now, Sensation, to join our class.
Okay.
And then you race with us and you broadcast with us, so it's a perfect family. Everybody's happy.
All right.
It's a non-denial.
It's a non-denial.
Oh, wow, what a shame for Be Good. Started on pole. Things just have not gone his way today. All the way down in P7, fighting with Jones, who started just about last.
Do we have a driver of the day then?
Well, I have to give it to Go-To. I mean, he's held off pretty consistent pressure from iRoll. Pretty much the entire race. Switched to the mediums a lap earlier. Looks like Kev Bergey's getting by Psycho.
Yeah, gave him a little love tap.
A little wheel
Oh,
thing.
they're going at it now. Uh-oh.
On the last
Psycho wants this podium. Kev Bergey definitely wants this podium too. I would not be surprised if I saw this one end in tears.
Oh, he went. Oh.
Oh, how'd that happen?
Somebody looked like they lost it a little bit. I thought it was Psycho.
I think Kev Bergey was giving him too much room.
Yeah. This is where it gets interesting right here. He gets to that DRS zone.
Mm-hmm. He's going to have 2 DRS zones.
Who knows how to brake? Let's see.
Oh boy. You never
He's
know
right
if
on
it's
him.
lag or they're really going sideways. Yeah, he's right on him.
I think that they actually go sideways because you really don't got any grip
Ooh.
when you.
Well, that was a Ricardo from Kev Bergey. A slight puff of smoke at the apex.
Man, I hope neither one of these guys have any penalties because I would like to see what the finish line looked like.
That's a good point. I completely
Psycho can get a
forgot
good
about that.
run.
I always forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of run he can get out. Oh, Go-To just won again. But,
I think you can get him. I think you can get him.
Oh, he's right on the gearbox.
Congratulations to Go-To guy. Yeah, this is
on the
really
gearbox.
close. This is going to total finish.
Tough defending.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
That is an early start line right there. There's not enough room between DRS and the start line.
But no penalties.
That's good.
No?
So I haven't seen any changes so far on the leaderboard there.
Not sure what happened
And
to
the top
Jones right
three.
there. Something happened to Jones on that last lap. He was battling for P7, then he lost seconds to GT up to P8. 6 thousandths of a second, or 600ths of a second, excuse me. I'm not very good at math.
No, don't worry, me either.
Yeah, I should clarify that. I'm at a
Listen,
sixth grade math
guys.
level.
I will go spend my last dinars at my tent city here, buy some shish kebabs and whatever
Ooh.
they have here left over, and I'm going to Mexico, and I'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
Well, I
definitely.
can tell you what you won't be getting tonight, and that is any pork-related product, because it is actually a censored word on Bahrainian TV. Any mention of bacon, pork, or anything of the sort.
Even if I say it in French?
If it's, I don't think that's the native tongue. let me go through. We could get an all Canadian.
We could say
footage.
cochon, and it's not going to be a problem.
Okay, yeah, they probably wouldn't know what's going on.
Top 3 Canadians, that's what you were trying to say?
Yeah, big day for Canadians. Bergie and Psycho both had 3-second time penalties, but those obviously canceled each other out. C Freeze up to P5. That's probably his best result of the season on the new Fanatec.
Happy to see him there.
This race was definitely discombobulated a bit. I feel like everyone early on kind of had some problems. The one stops went out. Go-to was the most consistent. Really just this season in a nutshell, if you will.
Well, I had some issues also at the beginning of the broadcast, so it hasn't been easy on track and off track.
That's okay.
It's true. It's hard to get a good connection in Bahrain. Like I said, there's a lot of sandstorms whipping up. We live in a tent city while we're here because the expenditures for the hotels just a bit too much for our current payroll. We spend way too
We're
much
at
money.
the end. I don't know if the expression is we're at the end of the roll at the moment.
Right.
Here at the TCR league, so it's gonna be good to go to Mexico next week, enjoy the atmosphere of the muchachos and muchachas down there in Mexico, and hopefully we'll eat well and we'll be able to watch some interesting racing.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to it. Mexico is typically a slipstream battle for the most part.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is kind of an even playing ground. Some guys are going to go more for Sector 2 and 3. And some people are going to, go all out for straight line speed in turn 1. Who knows?
Yes.
Who knows what's going to happen? Hopefully, I don't crash. And hopefully XP doesn't crash.
Right.
The only thing I'm looking forward to is the last lap party that we're gonna have on the little stadium section. That's all I'm waiting for. A pumping fist DJ there with some music and Heinekens. That's all.
Heinekens.
I heard it's going to be a hologram of Avicii. So looking forward to that.
Interesting.
Swarner does say just to close everything out. He kept getting lapped because he had sand in his eyes. So that makes a lot of sense now. Obviously, you want to pack a visor, but sometimes I get it. You forget. So
maybe the tear off visor. Maybe he ran out.
Yeah, I mean maybe the goggles. Maybe you could have borrowed some goggles from a Bahraini. I'm not
Better
sure.
luck next time.
Yeah,
Better
true.
luck next time.
With that, I think that just about covers it Um,
Yes.
as we said, we'll be back Wednesday around 8:30 Eastern time
Hmm.
for the Golden Class, and then same time the next day. And
Yes.
yeah, so for myself, for XP, for Sensation, we hope you
Yes.
guys
Yes.
have a safe and sober weekend. Thank you very much. Have a good
Was a
night.
pleasure, guys. Was a pleasure.
Good.
Good night.
Absolutely. Definitely.